Fair, spoiler-free reviews of the newest films. Vaughn on Movies.
In Battle Los Angeles, what were once just sightings in the sky becomes a terrifying reality when Earth is attacked by unknown forces. As people everywhere watch the world's great cities fall, Los Angeles becomes the last stand for mankind in a battle no one expected. It's up to a Marine Staff Sergeant, Aaron Eckhart, and his new platoon to draw a line in the sand as they take on an enemy unlike any they've ever encountered before. In an effort to avoid career suicide, let's start this review on a positive note.
The world's toughest movie critic.
First and foremost, Battle Los Angeles offers strong performances. All the Marines are believable, even recording artist Neo. Am I saying that right? Neo? And of course, Eckhart is fine as the dignified leader who has ghosts in his closet. I'm disappointed, however, in the lack of screen time for Michael Pena, who you may remember as the second best thing about Crash behind Matt Dillon. The visual effects are what you'd expect out of a $100 million film these days, and though I disagree with the forgettable creature design, I didn't see anything to cause me to question the willing suspension of disbelief. Limited perspective is all the rage with alien conflict films these days, and Battle Los Angeles prescribes to the same theory. The audience is embedded with the Marines. We know what they know. However, plot points are ham-fisted into the narrative in ways that all but the most critical will forgive. The audience is on the side of the Marines. We could care less about the aliens' actual agenda. Having a professor talk about it over an inaccurately broken broadcast signal is doing nothing special for me. And if said professor is correct in his assumptions, then the aliens had no business landing in our major cities. And we also have no movie. Now let's fire away with some real complaints. Compared to the scope of damage, there's very little blood or bodies. Hollywood, I got an offer you can't refuse. How about, for now on, all movies that center around a military combat unit in actual combat? How about for now on, they get an automatic R rating? That way filmmakers don't have to sacrifice realism for one F-bomb and off-screen deaths. On a short resume, director Jonathan Liebsman has helmed some visually arresting films. In a similar nature, Battle Los Angeles has moments where it looks great. But there's so much shaky cam, Paul Greengrass would get confused. The whole movie tries to carry handheld battlefield cinematography, even during the least heated moments. Having the camera jerk about in a scene of dramatic dialogue is not something an audience should have to endure in a theatrically released film where the budget permits for dollies, cranes, jibs, tripod. Granted, the review you're watching is doing the same thing, but I'm just a poor single pathetic man trying to hold your attention for a few minutes. Lastly, don't put kids in my war movie if they aren't going to do something war related. I swear there are 2 kids in this film who contribute nothing, and there's one little girl whose name I never even heard, and her script only read Scream. I want to give a special shout out to Taryn Southern, the pride of Wichita. When an alien blast knocks you down, you gotta get back up. Oh, also, Sony dropped your name at the screening, just so you know. And before I give out my final score, I have to give a shout out to Kip Hampton for answering this week's Pop Quiz Hotshot Trivia question. If you want to win a shout out, follow me on Twitter at Vaughn on Movies. Then, Monday, 6 p.m. Central Time, be the first to answer the trivia question. Some of the most intense films I've seen in recent years have been rated PG-13, and in some cases PG. That doesn't mean that Battle Los Angeles is a great place to bring the kiddos. In the days of old, R-rated sci-fi had more fun in store for them, but Battle Los Angeles is too one-sidedly depressing. It's trying hard to be a film for adults, but it doesn't quite go the distance. Still, I found a lot to appreciate, and I'm sure you will too. I give Battle Los Angeles 2.5 out of 4 stars. I'll see you guys next time.